Why should you, in any moment, be concerned about the apparent circumstance of your truly enacted devotion to me, your necessary heart communion with me? Why should you be concerned at all? Why should you seek to serve and fulfill an egoic self-image? The entire purpose of every moment, and therefore of every function and every relationship and every circumstance, is heart communion with me. Everything is equal then. Whatever is required as your life experience, your life circumstance, your life business, and your life responsibility is just that. Whatever it is, and that is that. My devotees are not given utopian conditions in which to practice the way of the heart. All my human devotees, like all other human beings, live under ordinary human conditions. There is no point of trying to bargain with me, as if what you really need to have are the most excellent of utopian conditions in which to do your spiritual practice, sadhana. Conditional existence does hurt, and not just when it is especially hurting. It hurts all of the time. In and of itself, conditional existence and conditional experience and conditional knowing is even in its moments of relative pleasure. Can we look in there? Look. She belongs upstairs, really. It hurts all the time. In and of itself, conditional existence and conditional experience and conditional knowing is, even in its moments of relative pleasure, a kind of limitation, a kind of injury, a kind of suffering. If you have not found this out, your impulse to realize me is yet weak and compromised, because you are bargaining, you are egoically self-possessed and separatively self-contracted. You are seeking for the perfection of egoic experience. The ego I is like an addict trying to feel good. Whatever you find that gives you some pleasure in your body-mind, you tend to want to repeat it, even over and over again. And every time you repeat it, it is that much less pleasurable than it was the first time you did it. Eventually, every pleasure becomes habitual fixation and bondage to repetitive patterns of self-indulgence that are not producing any real happiness, any fullness of life, or even any ordinary pleasure. Conditional patterns themselves are inherently binding. They are bondage. Therefore, you must become free of all of the psychophysical patterns with which you are associated by feeling beyond them into heart communion with me. Every moment, whatever the conditions, must be heart communion with me. And to the degree you are my true devotee, truly given up to me, truly self-forgotten in me, that heart communion becomes more and more profound love communion, love bliss realization of me. When you make your life into heart communion with me, you allow me to spiritually invade the forms and patterns of your existence, to purify and transform them. This is how the tail end gets washed, the total dog from head to toe. Therefore, you must be given up to me from the heart to above, and you must, by this surrendering and forgetting your total ego I of self-contracted body-mind to me, make place for me and receive me, descending from above into all below. She's a he, really, but I always call cats she. Da.